Elden Ring and Ghostrunner, which one is more difficult? Elden Ring, I'm pretty sure you guys all know Elden Ring, right? A game of the year last year. I start to believe 2022 is last year now, technically. And happy belated New Year, guys. I wish you the best of luck, like for this New Year. And yeah, Ghostrunner came out at 2020, right at the end of 2020, I believe. So what's more difficult is all this all depends on, do you like platformers, first person type platformers, wall runners, versus, let's say, a Souls like type game, third person RPG, open world. But both games are very unique, are extremely unique. But this is not a full on a comparison. Ghostrunner, first of all, a Ghostrunner, I died a lot more, and again, this is based on my opinion. I died a lot more relatively. It pisses, like the areas, they will piss you off. Elden Ring as well, you'll die a lot of times. Death after death after death after death. Drives me crazy. But yeah, anyways, both games are centered around like their difficulty. Elden Ring will have more things that will kill you relatively because it's a bigger game, bigger, longer game. From the sniper lobsters, the insect archers, the trolls, giant trolls throwing boulders at you. You have knights coming after you, attacking you. You have a cave-like creatures, so tons of different things that'll kill you. Traps as well. Ghostrunner, for the most part, Ghostrunner is centered around this thing where if you get shot once, you're dead. If you get hit once, you're dead. If you get hit by a trap, you're dead. So if you can fall to your death at any time. So yeah, traps, enemies taking you out, and relatively, again, this is kind of unfair to compare here, but you kill enemies like in 1/2, like you're like this kind of like this samurai, right? Yeah, that's a like this one has like a Metal Gear Rising feel to it, but Elden Ring, again, you can take a multiple hits before you die, but Ghostrunner, you're gonna die one shot and you're basically dead. You are dead. A little bit more like on now a checkpoint. So Ghostrunner will have constant checkpoints. Once you clear an area, there's a checkpoint. Elden Ring's checkpoint system is based on, I'm pretty sure if you guys know Souls games, once you find a camp, there is a checkpoint. Like any or how do you call them again? Like a resting spot, there's a checkpoint. Any resting spot, and there can be anywhere throughout the world. It's a massive world in Elden Ring. Upgrades, again, tons of different upgrades, right? Tons of different builds in Elden Ring. If you die now, death, again, if you die in Elden Ring, you lose your souls / runes. You lose the runes. If you die in Ghostrunner, you don't lose anything for the most part. It'll just frustrate you a lot if you die over and over and over again. Both games will frustrate you. Now, going into upgrades, you will, once you, in my opinion, this is like probably like my only complaint about Elden Ring is the fact that, it's a very difficult game. No, not that. Is that the upgrade system. So the upgrade system, it will drive you crazy if you're not used to the Souls-like game, in that you run out of runes very quickly, upgrade points very quickly. There's so many things to upgrade, so many different stats and builds. And it is a stingy, grindy upgrade system. It's a very grindy upgrade system, relatively. But Ghostrunner, for the most part, it's a more simple upgrade system. And you don't get abilities. It's more linear. It's a lot more linear in Ghostrunner. Some you get the abilities one after the other, right? Whereas Elden Ring is more based on exploring different areas to gain the abilities. Some abilities you'll gain later, others you'll gain first. But Ghostrunner, you're gonna gain the abilities one by one, linear, like a linear path, depending on how far you are. So a little bit more like an overall difficulty. So difficulty, total times, like I die a lot of times in the Elden Ring. The first, if you try, and it's all optional. What you fight is all optional, so you don't have to fight the things. But because Ghostrunner, you are forced to fight what's in front of you. You're basically fighting soldiers, shielded soldiers, soldiers that lunge at you, and you're dead in one hit / one shot regardless, right? So there's no escaping the challenge. But with Elden Ring, you can go anywhere you want in the world, anywhere you want at any time. You don't have to be forced to fight a certain enemy. So that alone too is why Ghostrunner is more. But it's because a Ghostrunner's genre is like that. It's more linear, right? You gotta fight what's in front of you, like I said. But Elden Ring, you can go anywhere you want because it's an open world. You don't have to be stuck in an area. You can go to another area, come back to this area when you're more leveled up. And yeah, and Elden Ring is more based on a leveling system. Ghostrunner is based on platforming and understanding the wall running mechanic, right? And it's gonna be relatively easier to get into. Well, both games are hard to get into, like to get into. They understand wall running, but it's gonna the a tutorial. It's a lot more clear cut in Ghostrunner, but still you are gonna die a lot more, and you are forced to fight that was in front of you, right? In Ghostrunner. So overall, like a replayability, a little bit like a replayability. Playing Ghostrunner, I wanna like when I die, I wanna overcome the challenge over and over and over again. Same thing with Elden Ring. When I die at a certain boss, I wanna restart that challenge over and over and over again. I wanna come back, take out this boss. This boss killed me here. This mini boss. The sniper lobster I want to take out. The crabs I want to take out. The ghost runner as well. Like if there'll be traps, constant enemies shooting at you like in different spots. And for the most part, it is the enemy spawn locations are the same per every area. Well, not the same, but when you die, the enemies are in the same spot per area, right? So yeah, and you will adapt. It is easier, slightly easier to adapt in Elden Ring to a certain challenge. Ghostrunner, because again, there's a lot of loopholes. Both games will have lots of loopholes against you. Elden Ring in that there's limited. If you don't have the proper stamina, you can't dodge as much. Ghostrunner in that if you don't time your jump, you'll die. But because Ghostrunner, you will die a lot more times before you progress, relatively. Elden Ring, however, is a little bit easier, like in that sense, in that you don't have to, because like I said before, you don't have to, or you're not forced to fight at what's in front of you. So overall, I feel Ghostrunner is more difficult game relatively, and for a death counter, I died 50 times on one checkpoint before I progressed. And Elden Ring is a little different. I died. There's one enemy that kept on killing me over and over and over again, about 30 something times relatively, but that's just like an average, right? But yeah, like, share, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know. Leave down any suggestions. Thank you.